Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's time for our class. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the midterm exam paper, the multiple choice parts. Okay, so the multiple choice parts is about 60%. Okay, 60% of your midterm exam grades. Okay, so today we will give the paper back to you, and also we will discuss the questions together. 可以哈，所以我们今天等一下会发考卷啊，就是占60%的选择题的部分。OK， 那40%的 email writing 我还在改哈，不过最晚应该这礼拜天前就会改完啦，因为礼拜天我会交成绩。OK， 那我会在那个 Google Classroom 再注记同学最后期中考的总分啦。OK， 所以今天看的是60%的部分，不过这周末同学就会得到完整的，就是满分100的总分哈。So you will get your final grade for the overall midterm, including the 40% email writing on Google Classroom by this weekend, and I will give you your overall score on Google Classroom. Okay, so today we'll only discuss the 60% multiple choice parts. Okay, so for the 60%, your average is about 40.9. Okay, so it's over pass. Okay, because for the 60%, if you want to pass, it's 60% multiplied by 60%, and that would be 36. OK， 所以60分的60%就是36分啦。所以原则上，如果以这个60分超过36分就算及格啦。So about 2/3 of you got pass for this 60%. Okay, so the other 1/3 of you, okay, you may need to maybe work harder or think about what difficulties you met for the midterm, and you still have chances because there are still half of the term. Okay, so you can still work harder for your general performance or for your final exam. OK， 那期中考可能有些同学还不大习惯啦，毕竟这门英文课因为可能没有固定课本 ，OK， 但是讲义跟线上的教材都有在 Google Classroom 啦。那同学有什么问题还是可以及时反映一下哈。OK， so some of you got really good performance. 2 of you got full score, 60 score. OK， 所以还是有同学考很好啦，有2位满分。OK， 那同学就大概了解一下整体的状况啦。那当然还有平时成绩跟期末成绩，所以同学也不用太担心。但是遇到什么问题可以及时提出来，或是思考一下哈。OK， 那我们就先按学号发一下考卷哈。So I'm giving you back the midterm exam paper now. 叫到名字就可以来前面拿哈。So you will see your score for this 60% on your paper. Okay, so this is only the score for the 60% multiple choice. Okay, 美惠在吗？曾美惠，还没来吗？美惠哦，好，我们再发考卷。好，逸轩 ，OK， 懂了 ，OK， 是宜伦吗？念宜吗？宜伦 ，OK， 好，宜珍在吗？江宜珍，好，等一下吗？好，传明，好，然后建安，好，拿到可以先看一下成绩啊，跟批改的部分哈。建安，好，丽云。好，诗柔 ，OK， 好，德奈，玉生，戴娜 ，Yeah， OK， 如妮。然后戴佑啊，太佑嘛，太佑，雨谦，等一下吗？好，梦婷在吗？谢梦婷，好，逸翔，梦婷、逸翔 对，叫到就来拿哈。逸翔，好，谢梦婷，梦婷，好，牛怎么了？好，潘静，潘静，好，传红，传红。你的 email 写作还没写，你知道吗？可以，就是最晚这礼拜5一定要补哦，这礼拜5啊，有问题等一下中间下课可以来问。轩宇，光明，如玉吗？欣，哎，这是欣欣吗？陈欣欣，好。玉祥，黄玉祥，在吗？不在吗？那博祥，哎，刚是董玉祥吗？你是博祥。玉芬，邵红，容忍嘛，容忍，林容忍，还没来。哎，好，宇璇，然后彩云，真音，韩勋，谢谢，千雅，可丽，好 ，OK。Have you all got your exam papers? OK， 都拿到了哈，所以还有4位同学还没来，等一下来了再来前面拿哈。OK， 好，我看一下。哎，容忍，所以容忍今天在线上。好，那我把你的分数打给你好了。好，所以容忍有看到你的，哦，好啊。那等一下再给我哈。好，容忍同学，我帮你拿一下考卷啦，那你可以再确认一下。好 ，OK， 所以今天检讨是那个选择题的部分哈。OK，so today we will discuss the multiple choice part for your midterm exam, and next week we will discuss your email writing part, and I will also choose some good examples from your classmates. OK， 所以下礼拜我们会再检讨就是写作的部分啊，那会再分享一些同学好的例子给大家做参考哈。OK，so the multiple choice part. OK，let me. 好，应该等一下哈。好，线上同学应该有看到测验卷了哈。我们先确认一下答案好了。Okay, you can check the answers and also check your scores first. So listening part, the answer is ACC. OK， 同学先再对一下答案，再看一下有没有改错算错哈。如果改错算错 ，if I mark it wrong, you can let me know. Okay, if your score is not correct, you can let me know. So let's check the answers one more time. Okay, so number 1 listening is ACC, and number 2 reading. Okay, A, D, B, C, B. Okay, this is 1 to 5. A, D, B, C, B. And 6 to 8, C, A, D, C, A, D. Okay, the second page from part B, A, D, D, A, C. Okay, A, D, D, A, C. Okay, and letter 2, part C, B, A, B, A. Okay, and the third part, conversation, C, B, D, C. Okay, so you can check if I mark it wrong. 好，刚来的同学来前面拿一下期中考卷选择题的部分哈。今天是检讨选择的部分，就是满分是60哈。 OK， 那写作的部分会在下礼拜再告诉同学。好 ，OK， so each blank is 2.5. Okay, 2.5 each blank. Okay, so you can count if I mark it wrong. 可以哈，有改错的可以再算一下啦。如果有改错算错分的话，可以再检讨一下。Okay, so let's see. So the first part, listening. Okay, listening is from our Unit 1 self-introduction. Okay, so you should review the conversation and you can listen to the files. It's all on our Google Classroom. So let's listen again. Okay, listen again and check the answers together. 好，我们来确认一下那个听力的部分哈。所以听力的部分是我们第一单元的，就是上课有听过的啦。那同学再确认一下。So let's listen
Recording
again.
8.
Hey, Brian, have you met Reshma?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Reshma, this is Brian.
Hello. Sorry, what was your name?
Brian.
Brian. Hi, I'm Reshma.
Hi, Reshma.
Brian and I play football together.
Oh, okay. Is your team doing well?
Yeah, well, we lost last week, but we usually win most of our games.
Yeah, we're doing really well, actually.
Hey, I'll be back in a minute, guys. A few more people have just arrived, so I'd better go and say hi.
Okay, so this is for question number 1. Why does Mark leave the conversation? Okay, because he's the host of the party. So a few people arrived. He has to go and to say hi. So the answer is A, to talk to other people. OK， 所以我们考试的时候有让同学听2次啦，所以你 OK，the strategy for listening part is you should read the questions and also the choices before you listen to the file, so that you know which part you should pay attention to. And also we played it twice. Okay, so the second time you should be able to check and confirm your answers. Okay, so number 1, Mark left because he need to talk to other people. 所以这是刚刚第一题哈。好，那我们继续听哦。
Okay.
How do you know Mark?
I live next door.
Okay.
So I've known him since he moved in. A couple of years ago, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so Reshma is the girl. So she says, okay, she's talking to Brian now. Okay, so maybe Brian and Reshma, they didn't meet each other before. So they just know each other in the party. So Brian is actually asking Reshma why she knows Mark. And she says, he lives next door. Okay, he lives next door, so that means they are neighbors. So Reshma knows him, okay, a couple of years ago since he moved in. Okay, 也就是他搬进来之后，他们就变成隔壁邻居，然后彼此认识。So the answer for number 2 is C, neighbors, because they live next door. Okay, so let's listen again for this part.
How do you know Mark?
I live next door.
Okay.
So I've known him since he moved in. A couple of years ago, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so I lived next door, so that means they are neighbors. So this is number 2. Okay, so for number 3, how long has Reshma known Mark? So she says, since he moved in a couple of years ago. A couple, okay, couple 就是一对嘛. A couple means 2, so it's about 2 years. So number 3 is C. Okay, so this is the listening part. Okay. So hope you understand it now. 可以哈，所以听力的部分速度稍微快一点啦。那同学可以再多熟悉一下。So this is a file from real listening and speaking. So you can get used to this kind of real learning living situation about introducing yourself and introducing others. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. So number 2, part A. Okay, this is the article for our Unit 2 language and learning. Okay, so you need to understand from number 1 to number 4 the vocabulary. Okay, so we did a Kahoot practice in our class. So you need to see the context and also the word structure in order to get some clues for the meaning of these words. OK， 所以前4题是考大家单字判读的能力啦。那这些单字我们上课其实有练习、有讲解，用Kahoot测验。那当然你就是搭配上下文跟字的结构哈。So number 1, bucks means dollars. For example, because you see this is pay $45. So to pay means pay money. So this is dollars. Okay, so number 2, tip top. So tip and top is at the highest point. So it means excellent. So you can see it from the word structure. 所以这里比较是字根的拆解啦 excellent. And of course, you can come back to the article, the second paragraph. You can see to exercise your brain and keep it in tip-top condition. So it means if you are bilingual, if you speak 2 languages, your brain will be at great or excellent condition because you exercise your brain. 所以就是讲双语就是一个头脑体操啦，让头脑可以灵光灵活，保持最佳状态哈。Okay, so number 3, cognitive. This is a bit more difficult. The answer is B, mental. Mental is related to your mind or your brain. So this is also about your thinking ability. Okay, so you can see number 4, you'll boost your memory. So having a killer memory isn't just a great cognitive skill, but social skill too. So cognitive skill about memory, this is remembering thing. Okay, so this is about your thinking and also your brain ability. Okay, so related to your brain, the answer is B, mental. Okay, about your mind and your brain. 所以 mental 中文会翻作心智的啦。所以比如说像第4点跟记忆相关。Or you can also see the point 1, you'll be smarter. So higher levels of cognitive brain function. Okay, so related to your brain. Once again, about your thinking or mental ability. 诶，是玉祥吗？哦，可以来拿一下你的期中考卷哈。好 ，OK， 今天检讨是选择的部分，满分60哈。OK。Okay, so number 3, the answer is mental, related to your mind or brain. Number 4, non-existent. So you see non, this means no or not. Okay, so you can choose from A, B, or C. And existent, you can see exist. Exist means be there. Okay, exist 就是存在. Okay, so the answer is C, not real or not being there. So it's not present. 也就是不存在的. So once again, you can come back to number 5, point 5. It says, even when I find myself in a country where my understanding of the language is non-existent. So it means if she goes to a country and in the country she cannot speak the language there. For example, if she goes to Japan and she cannot speak Japanese, so that means her understanding of the language Japanese is non-existent. So it means not present or not being there. So the answer is C, 也就是不存在的哈。Okay, so once again, use the context or word structure to get the meaning of the words. 可以哈，所以这是一个单字判读，从上下文或字的结构。Okay, so number 5 to number 8. Okay, here are some questions about phrases or idioms. You need to use scanning. Okay, 就是快速扫描，然后找到特定的字词意思啦。So we also practice scanning skill, okay, in our unit 1 in the second class. So you need to see the meaning, okay, and try to move your eyes quickly to go through the article and try to see which phrase, okay, which phrase has the meaning, okay, in the question. OK， 可以哈，所以这里同学就是要有个快速扫描，然后掌握重要讯息，找出答案的能力啦。OK, and number 5 and number 6 are about your reading comprehension. So number 5, you need to skim to get the main idea. OK, so the answer is B. Being bilingual is beneficial. So you can also see the first introduction, the first paragraph, because the first paragraph will give you the overall idea. Okay, the first 1 and 2 paragraphs. So you can also see the thesis statement. Okay, the thesis statement is at the end of the introduction. So it says, in case you needed any more convincing, here are some benefits, both scientific and anecdotal, of speaking more than one language. So you can see the topic sentence of the whole article is about benefits of speaking more than one language. Okay, so the answer is B. Being bilingual, speaking more than one language is beneficial. There are benefits, there are good things. 所以整篇文章 okay, so you can see here are 5 benefits of being bilingual. Okay, so being bilingual is beneficial. B. 可以哈，所以整篇都是在讲双语的好处啦。Okay, so C, number 6, which is not true. The answer is C. The writer thinks British people need to work harder in learning a second language. So here you need to look for details. So you need to look for where the writer talks about British people. So this is in point 2, you'll have more job opportunities. So here it shows 17% of Americans speak another language compared to 39% of Europeans and 38% of Brits. Okay, so the lowest is Americans. So she thinks Americans need to step it up. It means Americans need to improve their language ability. Okay, so the answer should be Americans, not British people. So number 6, C, okay, British people, this is wrong. You should change it into American. 可以哈，所以就是回到文章找细节啦。You need to look for the details and see if it's right or wrong. Okay, so number 7, the phrase prevented from reaching or harming. The answer is A. Kept at bay. Kept at bay. This is in point 3. So it says the higher the bilingual proficiency, the longer the mental diseases could be kept at bay. So here once again you see mental. So mental is related to your mind because you know dementia. This is a disease about your brain, you will lose memory. Okay, 所以这是老年失智的疾病啦。So if you can be better at being bilingual, then you will not get mental diseases that soon. Okay, so it will be kept at bay. It means it will be prevented from reaching. OK， 就是避免跟延后的意思。OK， 所以就是停留在海湾，没有上岸来，没有波及到你的感觉。OK， so number 7 is A. So number 8, put a face to a name. So you can try to imagine this situation, a face and a name. You need to put them together. So it means to remember the name of someone. The answer is D. And also you can see this in point 4. Point 4, okay, it says, just think about how nice it would be to be able to always put a face to a name instead of staring blankly at someone. So this is a social skill. You can remember someone's name easily when you see them again. 也就是下次再记得，下次再遇到这个人，你看到他的脸，可以对得上他的名字，把名字跟脸对起来，就是你记名字的能力提升好。You can remember the people's name. So number 8, the answer is D. Okay, so you need to practice scanning skills. Try to find, okay, where do these phrases exist in this article? You need to look for the phrases in this article and try to see if this meaning is correct, if you replace the phrase with the meaning. 可以哈，所以同学就是找到选项的词汇，然后把它替换成，找到这个题目的词汇，然后把它替换成选项的意思，就可以看句子通不通顺，就可以找到答案了哈。Okay, so let's see page 2. Part B, letter 1. Okay, so this letter is written by the president of Harvard University, Larry. Okay, so he's writing this letter to announce that he got COVID-19. Okay, so question 9 to question 10 is more about grammar questions. We talk about these grammar skills. So you need to understand the relative pronoun with prepositions, and also the compound adjectives, and also the passive forms. OK， 所以9到11题比较是文法科漏字啊，那也是我们讲信件这个单元的时候有讲到的关系代名词当受格，这是第9题。OK， 当介系词后面的受词要用受格，那记得要有介系词。OK， 那第10题就是复合形容词啊。OK，for number 10, compound adjective, you need to remember you need to have a hyphen. And you should keep the singular form of the noun. So it's 2-week, not 2 weeks. Okay, because it's an adjective before the noun. 也就是它是放在名词前面当形容词用，它会用一个连字号。OK， 然后用单数的名词把它连接成一个形容词，所以这是一个特定的文法规则，同学要把它学起来哈。And number 10 is passive form， 就是被动啦。So you are blessed. You are blessed by someone else, by the God, okay, by everything you have. Okay, so number 9 to 11 is about grammar. So let's see the sentences. So number 9, okay, we will, the Department of Public Health will be in touch with anyone with whom we have had close contact. So the original form is to have contact with someone. So here the with, okay, is moved to the front of the relative pronoun who. So you need to change who into whom as the object. 也就是这里关系代名词当介系词后面的受格啦，就是 contact with someone， 那个 with 介系词可以提到关代前面，那这时候这个关系代名词就记得要用受格 whom 哈。OK， 所以这个部分关代介系词后面的受格要注意一下。OK， so number 10, during a 2-week isolation. So the 2-week with hyphen as a compound adjective to describe isolation. 所以就是放在隔离这个名词前面，你要用复合形容词，就是连字号后面用单数原形的名词。Okay, number 11, I am blessed with a great team. Okay, so this is the present situation. So you just use the present tense. I am blessed. Okay, 我受到很大的恩泽，蒙受很大的福泽啦。Okay, so although you can see the sentence in front of it and also the sentence after it is in the future tense. So some people choose future tense, but still, because come back to this sentence, this is about the present situation. So you use the present tense. I am blessed, and also the passive form. 所以有些同学会受到前后的未来式句子影响啦，因为前后都是讲未来接下来的状况，但是因为回到这句本身是当下我受到很大的祝福 ，OK， 所以当下还是要用现在式，尤其这里要用被动啦，被动就是被祝福的。Okay, so number 12, the reason. So this is about the structure of a letter. Okay, for question 12 and 13. So the reason. You can see the first paragraph. Okay, the main reason to write this letter is because they learned they tested positive for COVID-19. So this is why he wants to announce it to the Harvard community. So the answer is A. The writer wanted to tell that he tested positive for COVID-19. So you put your reason, okay, in the first paragraph. 所以通常写信件是比较开门见山呐，这里直接在第一段切入重点，就是要告诉大家他们确诊了，才会有接下来一连串的措施哈。Okay, so number 13, so greeting, this is also the structure. So greeting is the opening part to call the recipient of the letter. So the answer is C, dear members of the Harvard community. Okay, so the opening part is to greet the person who read the letter. So greet 打招呼嘛，开头就直接跟叫人家的名字跟人家打招呼，就是跟 读信的人打招呼哈。So 13 is C. Okay, so part C, letter 2. Okay, so letter 2 for question 14, you need to know their relationship between the one who writes the email and also the one who receives the email. Okay, and number 15 and 17, once again, you need to know the structure of the letter. Okay, and number 16 is the comprehension question. OK， 所以同学可以判断一下，就是考试的题型啦。当然有的是单字，有的是阅读能力。OK， 那我们有一部分的第3单元的重点就是信件的架构啦。所以信件的架构、文章的架构还是要可以去分析哈。OK， so because Vijay is writing to talk about some issues in their business, so he may be Lina's boss. Okay, so number 15, the action plan is A, making it a rule. Okay, so the action plan should be in the middle part. Okay, and you need to give a suggestion, okay, to tell the person what action he or she needs to take. So here the problem is about the password issue. So the action is A, making it a rule that passwords must be a specific length and that staff must change the passwords often, okay, so that they can keep the data safe. Okay, so in order to keep the data safe, they need to take action, and the action plan is in the 3rd paragraph. Okay, so this is the suggestion, the plan given by the writer. 可以哈，所以所谓的 action plan 行动方案真的是有具体希望对方采取的一个行动哈。Okay, so number 16, which is true? The answer is B. Vijay is concerned about the issue of password usage among the staff. Okay, so you can see Lina is maybe like a manager, okay, and then Vijay is like a higher boss. Okay, so he is writing to Lina to think of how to manage the staff and how to make them change their passwords to keep their clients' information safe. Okay, so from here you can know they are colleagues and Vijay is Lina's boss because they are discussing about their own issue inside the company. OK， 所以他们比较是公司内部的一个讨论啊，所以同学可以判断他们的关系，然后了解信件的重点哈。OK， so number 17, the closing. The closing is the ending part of the letter before the sign off, before the final good wishes. Okay, so the closing is the sentence, please let me know what you think about this. So this is the final sentence, the closing sentence of the email. So please let me know. So the answer is A. This is to ask for Leela's reply. OK， 所以最后信件的结语，因为他请对方让他知道嘛，也就是要回复给他。OK， so usually in your closing, you can ask for the other person's reply. So this is the ending part. OK, so number 3, conversation. So conversation A, this is also in our unit 1, self-introduction. Okay, so conversation A, okay, the number 1, the answer is C. Pleased to meet you. Pleased, this is a formal word means very happy to meet you. Okay, so you need to use the passive form, ed. Okay, 也就是它原本 to please someone means to make someone happy. So you feel pleased. That means you are happy to meet someone. OK， 所以当动词 please 有取悦别人 ，OK， 所以这里是用被动表达感到取悦的，也就是感到开心的。OK， so you use the ed form to means you are happy to meet someone. So number 1 is C. Okay, so number 2, the answer is B. Conversation B is more informal because you can see they only introduce their first name, not their surname. Okay, and also they say, I'm Helen, not my name is. So they use the simpler, the shorter form. So more, if it's shorter and simpler, then it's more informal. Okay, 所以比较非正式的就比较简单简洁。所以第2题答案是 B 哈。Okay, so part, conversation C. So this is a very informal online conversation. We also practice this in our class before the midterm. So MU means miss you. I miss you. I miss you too. Okay, M for miss and U for you, miss you. Okay, and WFH, this means work from home or working from home. So this is a very popular phrase, especially after COVID-19. So you should learn this phrase as well, working from home. Okay, so he says, I'm fine, I'm working from home now during COVID-19. OK， 可以哈，所以这是一个疫情之后新兴的用语啦，就是在家工作，在家工作，所以同学可以熟悉一下这些网络上比较简单的线上沟通用语哈。OK, so this is the 60% for your midterm, the multiple choice parts. Any other questions? 可以吗？考卷应该还好齁，讲解起来应该不会太困难啦。那如果有考不好的，可以再确认一下，看是什么原因齁。Okay, so you can once again try to review and see which parts you have more problem with. Maybe about the vocabulary or idiom phrases, or about reading comprehension, or about email structure, or about listening, or about online or face-to-face conversation. 所以同学可以再确认一下啦，你比较不熟悉的、比较容易出错的是哪些部分？ OK， 那当然我们期末还是会有一次纸笔测验啦。那原则上考题就是出自我们课堂上学过的部分。OK， 所以只要你有复习 PowerPoint 上课的练习，有参与，有在复习 ，OK， 然后有学会我们一起练习过的一些重要的阅读跟沟通技巧，应该不会是太困难啦。OK， so once again review the listening, vocabulary, reading skills, letter writing structure, and finally the conversation skills. OK， 可以齁，好，那没有问题的话，等一下下课再把考卷还给我齁。Okay, so if no other questions, okay, let's come to Google Classroom. Okay, I have announced it earlier today about your English chats after midterm. 所以这也要提醒一下同学哈，我今天早上在那个 Google Classroom 有公告，今天中午的时候啦。OK， 等一下也会再 po 到那个 LINE 群组啦。So you need to sign up for 2 more sessions of English chats after midterm. So once again, you need to go to the office C207. C207 to sign up for at least 2 sessions after midterm. Okay, so the sign up deadline is by next Wednesday. So you still have 1 week. Okay, so during this week, by next Wednesday, remember to go to C207. OK， 也就是期中过后，同学还要再参加2场的，就是午餐英语聊天呐、午餐英语绘画。所以同学还有1个礼拜的时间，就是到下礼拜3之前呐、记得去办公室 C207 一样找全人的助理荣秀去报名2场哈。OK, so you can see the English chat topics here in this chart. OK, so it starts on November 21st, so 2 weeks later, starting from week 12 to week 16. Okay, from week 12 to week 16. So there are in total 16 sessions, 16 sessions. So you need to sign up and join at least 2 sessions. OK， 所以我们期中前要参加2次啊，期中后要参加2次。So in total, this semester you have to join 4 sessions. So if you miss any sessions before the midterm, you can make them up after the midterm. 也就是期中前，如果你参加不到2次的话，那你期中之后要多参加1点哈。So in total, this semester you should join 4 sessions. Okay, so if you didn't join 2 sessions before the midterm, you need to make it up after midterm. So you need to join more sessions. Okay, so you can check the topics and see which are more interesting for you. Okay, and then you can go to room office C207, office C207 to sign up. Okay, and for joining this lunchtime chat, the time is 12:30 to 1:20. Okay, so you can eat lunch before going to the chat. And the venue is A405, so it's on the 4th floor. Okay, just around the corner there. So no drinks and food are allowed during the chat. So you should eat your lunch before going to the chat. 可以哈，所以午餐英语聊天呐、开始的时间是12:30，所以同学就是用完餐再过去哈，用完餐再过去。And make sure you know your English teacher's name before registration. OK， 因为同学登记的时候他会问你是哪一班的啦。那大家应该知道老师名字是罗佩轩 ，OK， 佩轩 Low. So remember to report my name when you are signing up for the lunchtime chats. OK。So you can check the announcement and also the topics on our Google Classroom. I will send it up to our Line group later today. OK， 晚一点我会再传到 Line 群组啦。OK， so remember to sign up during this week, and then you can start join it after November 21st. 可以哈。OK， 所以这个活动还是希望同学可以多多有英文聊天的机会啦。So after midterm, we will also have more interactive practice for you to practice your conversation after midterm. 好，那我们回来讲一下哈。OK。So today is the review of midterm. So of course, after midterm, I think it's an opportunity for you to review your own learning and also to think about your life. Okay, so this is a quote to share with you from the Elle magazine. Okay, so this is a supermodel. She's Natalia Vodina Nova. Okay, she says you have to stand up and make these decisions. No one can force you to do anything. Okay, so for your life, for your learning, okay, your parents or your teacher or all the other people, they cannot or we cannot force you to do anything. Okay, of course you will still feel others' pressure upon yourself, but still your life and also your learning is for yourself. Okay, of course there are still frustrations or difficulties, but still after midterm you can review your learning situation. This is your first midterm after going to college. If you got good grades, congratulations, but if you don't get good grades, okay, don't be too frustrated, okay, because you still have chances to make it up and also to improve your learning. So you can think about where your problems are and also how to solve them. And if you need to seek help from the teachers or from the classmates, you can try to ask for help and try to decide your life. Okay, to manage your learning by yourself. 可以哈，所以我觉得进入大学之后啦，其实学习越来越是自己的事情。OK， 那尤其大学毕业文凭其实也不保证你终身一切顺遂。OK， 那当然，期中考试可能会有个具体的成绩，但是人生其实会有很多困难或是挑战，不见得是用一个纸笔测验。OK， 但是人生还是会有不断的考验啦。所以我觉得期中过后，尤其这是同学进入大学第一次期中考，那不管你考得好或是不好，都是一个可以停下来回顾思考一下自己学习状况的时间啦。那尤其大学之后，同学渐渐迈入成年了。So you are turning 18, okay, becoming an independent adult after entering college. So you should take full responsibility for your own life, for your own future, and of course for your learning in college. What are you going to learn? And also how your learning will be beneficial for your own life and future. So you need to think about this and also be responsible for your own life and learning. 可以哈，所以还是鼓励同学，尤其很多同学，不管是离开家乡，甚至出国来到台湾念书，那怎么样进入大学之后，建立自己独立自主的人生？那你自己终身学习的态度跟面对人生的态度，其实这段时间很重要的一个部分。So hope you can make good use of your time in college. Think about your future and try to do it. Plan your future, starting from your life now, your learning now. Okay, so here is also a quote to share with you about tests. Okay, so actually people don't like tests. Okay, I don't like tests either. Okay, tests also always creates pressure, also a lot of worries and also difficulties and frustrations. But actually, there are a lot of different kinds of tests in life. So here is a quote from a German poet called Hölderlin. Okay, Hölderlin. Okay, he says, "Everything tests man, say the gods, so that he, robustly nurtured, learns to give thanks for all, and understands the freedom to set out to where he will." Okay, this may be a difficult sentence to read because this is in the 17th, 18th to 19th century, so a bit old-fashioned English. But you can see the Chinese translation, and still you can try to understand its meaning. So it means everything in your life is a kind of test or challenges for human beings. 也就是人生每件事其实都是一件考验哈。So not just your midterm exam, okay? Especially after graduation, you will not have exams, but still your life you will face a lot of tests or challenges. Okay, but still there's another saying, maybe you have heard about this. Whatever does not kill me makes me stronger. Okay, whatever doesn't kill you make you stronger. 也就是杀不死你的，或者杀不死我的，都会让我更强壮啦。Okay, so still you survive all the tests from your childhood, your elementary school, middle school, and now entering college. Okay, so tests, although it may cause some fear, okay, but still you survived and you keep growing. Okay, so you will be robustly nurtured. Robust means to be healthy and strong. Nurture, so you are giving the nutrition, so you will grow. Okay, 就是强健的去培养你. Okay, so these tests are set to develop you, your body, your mind, and also to make you stronger. And then you will learn to give thanks for everything. Okay, so although when facing this test, you may be tortured, so you may feel very sad, but after you experience it all, you will feel thankful because you have learned it well and you have grown stronger. Okay, 也就是人生的考验其实都是某种生命的礼物啦. So all these tests are a kind of gifts or presents to make you become better people, better human beings. And then you will understand the meaning of true freedom because you will no longer be afraid of all the tasks or challenges because you have overcome them. Then you can really be freer to choose which road you are going to take or what life you are going to make or to go to the place you want to go to. 也就是经历了各种考验，反而可以让你成为一个更自由、更没有畏惧的人。那你就可以更自在的去前往任何你想要前往的地方，因为你已经通过考验了。那你就可以更勇敢的、更自由的去选择你想要走的人生啦。Okay, so this is also my good wishes for you. So I hope you can go through all the tests in your life and hope these challenges can help to set you free to choose your own life, to make your own future. Okay, so give me your exam paper. Then we will take a break for 10 minutes. OK， 那考卷可以直接交到前面或是一起由后往前传交到前面，我们就可以下课休息10分钟哈。那如果有改错的，可以跟我讲一下哈。 Okay, give me your exam paper, then you can take a break for 10 minutes.可以，可以，对，同学现在下课可以去登记那个 lunchtime chats 啦，就是午餐英语聊天，或是你要等一下，反正下课时间都可以去啦。现在中间下课，或是等一下3点半下课，或是这个礼拜之内都可以去啦。So go to C207 to sign up for 2 sessions of lunchtime chats after midterm.
the summer day, the swan and the black. This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung.
I think your poem, A Summer Day, is one of the best known.
Okay, it's time to come back to our class. Are you all right? Okay, it's a good time to sleep in the afternoon, especially in autumn afternoon. Okay, but today is quite sunny, it's hotter, a bit more like summer today. Okay, so before we start our second hour's class, I would like to remind you about the lunchtime chats. Okay, so remember to sign up and join 2 sessions after midterm. Okay, so you can sign up it today or by next Wednesday. And also, if you want to check your attendance for lunchtime chats, you can also go to Google Classroom, click on our first post, and here you can see the web page of our English group. Okay, and here you can see the weekly topics. Okay, so once again, if you want to choose a session to join, you can see the weekly topics. Okay, and also here you can try to check your attendance. For your lunchtime chats. So you can go to our class. Okay, Luo Pei Xuan, this is my name, this is our class. Okay, and if you click here, you will see your attendance before midterm. Okay, so make sure you joined 2 sessions before midterm and also 2 after midterm. So in total, you need to join 4 chats this semester. Okay, so some of you haven't joined any session before the midterm, so you should make it up. Try to join 4 sessions after midterm if you can. 可以哈，所以同学再确认一下自己那个午餐英语聊天参与的场数哈。原本期中前要2场，然后期中后2场，总共4场。那如果你期中前有缺的，就是可以在期中后补啦，就是整学期尽量参加满4场。But of course, for our international students, because you came to our campus later, so it's alright if you only joined maybe 3 sessions this semester. 可以哈，有些境外生，因为同学可能快要期中考才加入了啦。So for international students who came to our campus later, okay, so if it's not possible for you to join any session before the midterm, okay, then it's okay if you join more sessions after midterm. Okay, so international students, you can try to join 3 sessions this semester. 可以哈。好，所以同学可以再确认一下你自己的 English Chat 参加的状况哈。Okay, so if no other question, this second hour, I'm going to share a poem with you. Okay, so because today's weather is quite nice, I'm going to share a poem called The Summer Day. And I also think it's a good time for you to read a poem and also think about your life and future, okay, after midterm. 所以今天比较特别啦，刚好天气也还不错，那选的一首诗也是适合就是关于自然环境还有人生省思的。那希望在期中过后给大家带来一些帮助啦。So after midterm, we will have some new units and I will compile all the handouts and post them on our Google Classroom, and I will let you know. 所以下半学期的讲义一样，我会再整理上传到 Google Classroom， 会再告诉同学啦。So after I upload all the handouts onto Google Classroom, remember to print them out and bring them to the class for you to learn and practice together. And also after midterm, we will more focus on communication. So for your final, okay, for your midterm, there were writing and paper-based tests. Okay, but for your final, there will be speaking or oral presentation, and then the other 60% is also the same, the paper-based test. OK， 所以期中过后，我们的一些重点会比较放在口语沟通啦。OK， 所以期末的部分40%是口说，会比较是对话演说 ，OK， 或是短句、口语短句搭配对话沟通的情境句啦。那剩下60%一样是那个纸笔测验。OK， 那同学先有个心理准备。那一样我会再把讲义上传到 Google Classroom 哈。Okay, so if no other question, let's turn to the point I would like to share with you today. I've also uploaded it onto our Google Classroom, so you can check it on Google Classroom, and also you can view the handout on Google Classroom as well. And also I'm going to give it to you, the paper copy now. 好，我们今天等一下分享的一首诗，我先发一下讲义哈。OK， 那相关的资料一样有在 Google Classroom， 同学之后可以再复习哈。 Have you all got a piece of handout? OK， 都有拿到讲义了吗？ OK, so this handout is the poem we are going to read during this hour. It's called The Summer Day. The Summer Day. 都有拿到了吗？有人没拿到吗？有多的，哎，那边有多的，好。OK， 好，那线上同学可以直接看投影哈，或是也可以看一下 Google Classroom. OK, so have you read English poems before? 谢谢哈，好，其他同学都有拿到了哈。OK， 同学有读过英文诗吗？有吗？哎，有吗？If you have read English poems before, you can raise your hands. Have you read any English poems before? No? You have. Okay. Okay. So some of you have and some of you haven't. Okay. So of course, poetry is related to English words, language, and also related to literature. Okay, so some poems may be more difficult to understand if it's in the ancient, more long time ago. Okay, but this is a modern poem, and also the words are not difficult. Okay, so reading poem or reading literature. Okay, of course you can learn English, and also it can help you reflect upon your life. OK， 那今天这首诗，但它用字不会太难啊，所以其实还蛮适合用来学英文的。OK， 但是另外就是它里面的诗文的含义，其实会希望帮助同学可以省思一下自己的人生啦。So Mary Oliver, have you heard of this poet before? No? Okay, so she's quite a famous poet in our modern times. So let's get to know her a bit. So she was born in 1935 and died in 2019, okay, 3 years ago. So she's an American poet, and also she won many literary prizes like National Book Award or the Pulitzer Prize. And she even won the best-selling poet in 2007. OK， 所以他其实得奖无数啊，是很有名的文学诗人。OK， 那他也是很卖座的，也就是他有得过畅销诗人。所以你可以想象 ，so she's both popular and also well recognized in literature. OK, so the features of her work is being inspired by nature with her passion for solitary walks in the wild. OK, so I think this poem is also very suitable for you since you are now living and learning in Hualien, because Hualien is a good place with a lot of natural surroundings and natural sceneries. Okay, like Tailuge, Qixingtang, and so on. You can always see the mountains and also the sea very close by. Okay, so when you read this poem, you can also think about your relation with nature. 哎，同学，如果没拿到讲义，可以来这里拿一下哈。Okay. So this is a special session today after midterm. Okay, I would like you to have a different kind of English reading and learning experience. So we are going to read this poem, The Summer Day by Mary Oliver now. Okay, so first we try to get to know this poet or writer. Okay, so her features of her poems, okay, another point is the sincere wonderment and the impact of natural imagery. OK， 也就是很诚恳的赞叹自然的景观。So maybe when you are standing before the Coracle Gorge, OK， 站在太鲁阁的断崖之前 ，or when you are standing in front of the wild sea or tall mountains, you will wonder, appreciate the natural imagery. OK， 也就是人对自然的一个很发自内心的感叹哈。And also her unadorned language. To adorn means to decorate. So unadorned means not decorated. So she does not use very beautiful or top-level language. Okay, she uses some plain or normal words, but still, her poem, her words are very powerful. OK， 就是看起来很朴实无华，没有经过雕琢装饰的用字遣词，但是却是非常直接有力的。Okay, so from her poem, you can also learn from this writing style. You do not need to use very difficult words, but still you can convey your message very powerfully and also very clearly. 所以同学可以学习他怎么样用简洁好像平凡的字，但是却能很精准很有力的传达你的意涵。Okay, so her poetry is on the quiet of occurrences of nature. Okay, this is especially suitable for you since you are in Hualien now. So maybe during weekends or after class, after school, you can walk by the sea or around the mountain or even just on our campus. Try to feel the quiet of occurrences of nature. OK， 尤其大家在花莲其实可以特别透过这首诗感受到自然跟生命的连结哈。So she was an indefatigable. Indefatigable, it means not to be defeated. Okay, so the root of the word is defeat. Within, it means unable to be defeated. So you can see she's very determined and very energetic, very powerful, very passionate guide to the natural world, particularly to its lesser known aspects. OK， 所以它有点像是一个向导，是一个不屈不挠、意志坚强的，引领我们见识这个自然世界，尤其是比较不为人知的面向哈。OK, so through the poet's eye, you can try to feel nature, okay, from different aspects. Okay, so this poem we are going to read today, this is from her collection in 1990, and the topic is about the creation of the world. Okay, every scientist or literature writer asks questions about the creation of the world. Okay, how was the world created? 大家生命的大哉问就是世界从何而来 And then she focused on her encounter with a grasshopper. Do you know what's a grasshopper? Grass, you know the grass, 草地, and hop is to jump. Okay, so grasshopper is the one jumping in the grass. So this is the insect. 蝗虫或是蚱蜢，就是 grasshopper 在草地上跳跳跳的。Okay, so this is a quite cute point. You can see how the speaker, the writer, interacts with the grasshopper. And also she talks about mortality. Mortality is about being mortal. That means every life is going to die, to have an end at last. 也就是会死的，必死的，就是有生就会有死啦。So this point also helps us reflect upon life and death, and also our relationship with nature, and also what's our purpose of life. How can we cherish the precious life? 所以最后是省思生命的可贵跟价值啊。Especially after midterm and also in college, I think you can try to use this point to think about your life and future. Okay, so let's listen to it first. When you listen, you can also read along the poem on the handout. So let's listen to it. 好，我们边听，同学可以边读一下，等一下我们再来讲解哈。
The summer day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?
Okay, so this poem was read by the poet Mary Oliver herself. Okay, maybe in her old age, about 70 or 70 something. 所以这是刚刚诗人自己读的啦。So you can feel her voice and see how she conveys her message through her reading and also through her poem writing. Okay, so let's try to analyze this poem together. So this is not very difficult.
The summer day.
So you can see the words used by the poet is not difficult, but still we can learn some writing skills and also learn some sentence structures, sentence patterns. And also from poem, it's also good for you to listen and to speak, to learn the rhythm of the language. Okay, a poem or like a song, the lyrics is for you to read aloud, to listen to the sound, the voice, and also to feel the rhythm of English. OK， 所以学英文，尤其练习念英文、朗读诗歌，其实是帮助你掌握一个诗的韵律节奏哈。So the opening three sentences, you can see the three questions. Okay, actually the three questions at the opening echoes the three questions at the end. So you can see although this, the two final questions, three final questions at the end. So you can see although the poem is quite short, only 19 lines, but still it has a complete overall structure with a beginning echoing the end. 所以它头尾其实是相呼应，各用3个问句，是一个完整的结构。And also the opening 3 questions asking about the beginning of life of the world. And then the final 3 questions asking about death, the ending of life. So the beginning and ending of the poem also echoes the beginning and ending of life. 所以诗的头尾其实刚好就是探问的生命的开端跟结束哈。So this is a beautiful short poem, not difficult, but with deep meaning for you to think about the world, your life, and also final death. Okay, so first, who made the world? Who made? So you can see she repeats the same structure, so it creates a rhythm with repetition, and also emphasize the main points. 所以重复自然就有个节奏感，那当然就会有个强调。So who made? This is big questions to ask about the world, about the creator. So from the big world, the universe, and then to the animals, the lives we see in our world, beginning from swan, the white, elegant swan, 像白天鹅，大家应该会浮现一个天鹅湖的画面。And then in contrast to the black bear, very horrifying, okay, about a bear, okay, which may ruin you, may hurt you. Okay, so you can see the contrast from the 2 examples of 2 very different kinds of animals. 所以他举的动物刚好形成一个对比，那就会有一个张力啦。So with these examples of animals, you create different images, different kinds of lives very vividly in our world. So you can see the writer use contrast, okay, to create power in her poem. And finally, in the 3rd line, who made the grasshopper? Okay, the grasshopper. So from big world to medium animals, and finally to small insects in the grass, the grasshopper. 所以从大到小慢慢聚焦，也会有个对比的张力哈。And the plus the insect of the animal. This means the species, the kinds of animal. 所以 the 加单数名词代表这个物种种类哈。Okay, so the grasshopper is the main character in this poem. And then turning to line 4, you can see it changes from the grasshopper to this grasshopper, this one. So this one, it becomes this specific one in front of me. Okay, 所以前面 the 原本是一个物种 the means the kind of insect or animal. But this is this individual, this one grasshopper in front of me. OK， 所以这里同学注意一下冠词的变化，它其实指代的对象就会从一个整体到一个单一对象。哈 ，So here is also very colloquial. I mean, so I mean with a dash to explain the one who has flung herself out of the grass, and also the one who is eating sugar out of my hand. So once again, you see the repetition of the sentence structure, the one who, and also out of. So this is creating reason, and also adding more explanation, description about this grasshopper. Okay, and here you can see first this verb, flung. So the original form is fling. So to fling is to throw oneself suddenly. Okay, 猛丢猛投啊，就是把自己丢出来。So you can create an image in your mind as if you see the grasshopper throwing itself out of the grass. It means to jump out of the grass. And here you can see the writer use the writing skill of personification to make the insect, the grasshopper, like a person, because she's using who, not using which or that. Okay, 所以这里用到拟人哈。So the writer is taking the grasshopper as a human being. So she used who, not using which or that. 所以通常对无生命的或是动物的关系代名词会用 which that， 但是这里拟人化了，所以用 who 哈。And also here the person is female, so the writer using herself. So of course you can think about why the writer makes the grasshopper a female person, not a male. Of course, I think she is not an expert in insects, so she may not really know the sex of the grasshopper, but still, maybe because of the size and also other features, maybe this is fragile, okay, the small insect, so she thinks she's weak like a female. OK， 所以大家可以去揣摩为什么这个诗人要用女性化的特质来描述这个蚱蜢。可能它体态比较娇小，或是很脆弱，很容易就被踩死了，等等。OK， 同学可以去感受一下。OK， 所以这用拟人化的去看待这个动物哈。So you can try to feel how the point, try to understand and also to observe the little insect. Okay, so the first sentence in line 5, okay, the grasshopper is jumping out of the grass. But in line 6, now the grasshopper is eating sugar out of the speaker's hand. So this is the first very close interaction between the human being and the insect. So you can also try to recall if you have this kind of experience, to have close interaction maybe with an animal or an insect or with nature. OK， 所以这是一个人与自然很亲密的接触哈，就是小蚱蜢竟然从他的手上来吃起糖哈。OK， and also you can pay attention to the tense. Here is the present perfect tense and also present continuous tense. So when the writer is using present tense, it's as if she's reporting what is happening now in front of you. OK， 所以它有点像实况转播。So this is to make you feel as if this is happening now. So here is a sense of presence. OK, as if you are also participating in the scene now. Okay, so who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, and who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Okay, so here with these two lines from line 7 to 8, you can see the long sentences in this poem. Okay, if you compare these two lines with other lines, in this point, you will find these two are the longest one. OK， 也就是第7到9行啦，这3行。So from line 7 to line 9, these 3 sentences are the longest one in this point. So you can see long sentences, their feature is to include a lot of vivid details. The verbs, the nouns, the adjectives, and also the adverbs with vivid, detailed descriptions. 所以长句这3行是诗里最长的句子，所以就可以提供最详细生动的叙述。那它的动词、名词、形容词、副词的用字的使用，当然都是精挑细选，因为一首诗只有14行So you can also try to see her choice of words. How she used very precise nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. So you can try to learn to use exact, precise words to convey your meaning. Okay, so compared to the short sentences at the beginning, for example, who made the world? So short sentence is very powerful and direct and to the point. So you can see the function of short and long sentences. Short is to make a clear point, and long is to describe a lot of details. Okay, so when you are writing, try to use both short and long sentences to achieve different aims for making a point or for including lots of details. 可以所以写作技巧长短句的搭配，自然就会有个语言节奏的变化。那短句就是简单扼要有重点 ，OK， 那长句就是很绵密细节的描述，OK， 所以这是句子长短的变化。OK，so know about the effects of using short and long sentences. OK。So you can see here, she's also contrasting the grasshopper's action with human beings' actions. So she's saying the grasshopper is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down. So up and down is human beings. Okay, our mouth is moving up and down when you are chewing things. But the grasshopper is back and forth. Back and forth. So this is to wondering at, wow, the differences between different kinds of lives. And then you will know the wonder of all the creations. Okay, everything is so different. And then you will know others' feature and also your own specialties. 所以我们就是借由比较了解哇，自然万物的奥妙，彼此有那么多不同的特质。OK， 所以昆虫它咬东西是前后下巴的移动，那人类当然是上下。And also who is gazing around? To gaze is to concentrate and also to look at something around you. Okay, to gaze around with her enormous and complicated eyes. So here you can also see the multiple syllable words, 多音节的字. So let's read one with pink color are the multiple syllable words in this poem. Enormous. So when you are saying multiple syllable words, it's also like a slow motion closing up to observe the feature of this insect. Okay, so enormous means very big. Okay, 所以这里其实有点像是一个像电影动画一个长镜头慢动作的特写。So now the speaker is to close up, look at the eyes. So although the eyes should be very small because it's a small insect, but now because the speaker is focusing on the eyes, so she feels it's very big, it's enormous and also complicated. 也就是昆虫的复眼啊，所以这里因为专注聚焦在那里，就感觉哇，其实是非常庞大，有点一花一世界，就是一个眼睛就像一个小宇宙的感觉。So very big, enormous, and complicated. So once again, when you are saying the multiple syllable words It creates a kind of slow motion for you to digest and also to think about the image and also the feeling. 所以多音节的字当然在阅读的时候，就会让你放慢速度，就会有一种慢慢的去体会感受那个小小的复眼，其实这里变成好像一个庞然大物，非常巨大、非常复杂的感觉。And then now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. So you can try to imagine the actions. Okay, she lifts her pale forearms, thoroughly washes her face, and now she snaps her wings open. Snaps 就是有点像中文的啪 Okay, it means to open up very quickly. Okay, so with the word snap. So here you can pay attention to words with long or short vowels. So for example, snap is short vowel. So this is a very quick, direct action. Okay, 啪一下就打开. So you can try to combine to link the sound with the meaning of the word. So the short vowels, the short words, it creates a quick action like snap, snap. 就啪一下，翅膀就打开了. And then the long vowels like floats away, float, 漂浮. So it creates a smooth and continuing action like float away. Okay, so when you are trying to learn words, try to learn the pronunciation, the sounds, and combine, connect it with the feeling, the meaning. Okay, 所以字音跟字义在这里其实是很完美的结合的。So especially when you are singing or reading poetry, try to feel the sound and then experience its meaning. So the sound and meaning are perfectly combined together here with the long and short vowels and also the long and short words. Okay, so long action and quick, short move, and also long focus, okay, with the long, complicated words. 可以哈，所以这里大家长短句、长音节、短音节、长字跟短字的对比，大家可以去感受一下字音跟字义的结合哈。Okay, so this sentence is from line 5 to line 10. It's a series of present tense description, as if the writer is reporting what this grasshopper is doing now and then. And then she flows away. She flies away. Okay, so now, okay, this is a complicated eyes. You can try to imagine. So now you can see the person is changed to I. Okay, so changing from observing the grasshopper to self-observation. OK， 所以前面观察的对象仔细观察，好像观察一个第一次接触的外星人的感觉，很仔细的描述那个 grasshopper 蝗虫的动作。OK， 那蝗虫飞走了，接下来就回到了一个自我的关照哈。OK， so from observing nature, OK, then coming back to reflecting about your own life. So now the speaker says, I don't know exactly what a prayer is. So prayer is related to religion or spirituality. Okay, maybe you believe in God or believe in Christianity or believe in Buddhism. Okay, so when doing religious actions, you may need to pray. But here the speaker says, I do not really know what a prayer is. But I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down, how to kneel down, and how to be idle, and so on. So here you can compare the actions of human beings with the actions of the insects. Okay, so there are a lot of verbs, a lot of action verbs. But here, because the writer is thinking about prayer, how to pray. So actually here, these actions are all similar to the actions during a prayer. So although she do not really know how to pray, she only know how to observe nature. But actually, when she's observing nature, she's kind of praying herself. 也就是他这里说，他不是真正明白什么是祈祷。当然，这里的祈祷也呼应一开始诗的一开始有点问上天啊，到底谁创造这个世界 ？OK， 所以就有点对宗教不完全理解。OK， 但是事实上，他观察自然的这一系列动作，就很接近于在祈祷的时候的动作。Okay, so prayer is related to the opening question about who made the world. So this is like to ask God or to have a connection with the creator of the world. Okay, but although she doesn't know how to really connect with God or to pray, but actually, when she's observing nature, observing the things being created by the creator, then she has a connection between human beings and the nature, the world, and the creator. 也就是借由跟上帝或是创造者所创造的万物相连结，那你仿佛就跟这个创造者跟上天有了一个神圣的或是精神性的连结啦。So she say, I do know how to pay attention and to fall down. So actually, when you pray, you may kneel down, fall down, and you need to concentrate, pay attention. And okay, and I do know how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed. So here there may be some contrast. Being idle, sometimes it may be negative. It means you are being idle, you are doing nothing. But at the same time, she feels she's blessed by God, by all the surroundings, by the nature. Okay, 所以有点是一个放空的状态啦。So you need to let go or let down of all the things occupy your mind and then be open-minded so as to receive the blessings. And then she knows how to stroll or to walk through the fields, okay, which is what I have been doing all day. Okay, so here you can see the speaker, the writer, the point, okay, is good at observing nature and be connected to nature and then feel the essence of life. 毕竟人还是来自于自然的一个部分啦，所以他透过跟自然的互动 OK 才可以真正感受到一个生命的脉动吼。所以这里 how to stroll through the fields, you can also try to imagine the action. So this is also a bit like after you are connected with nature, you let down all the things that are not important, and then you are able to walk your life, okay? Take the path you want to walk in your life through the fields. Okay, 有点像是行走你人生的道路. So here, which is to replace all the actions because this is abstract. So you use the singular is. So which is what I have been doing all the day. 所以 which 代替前面一连串的动作，因为是抽象，所以用单数哈。所以这是他整天做的事情。所以表面上无所事事，但事实上就是沉淀你的心灵，然后跟自然接触，甚至也许有点通灵啊，就是连接一个精神层次的感受哈。Okay, so the final part, tell me. Okay, so tell me what else should I have done? So this is like to challenge the reader at the end, or to defend herself, her own doing. So although it seems she's doing nothing, but actually she's being very sincere, like praying in nature to God. Okay, so now she's asking you, what else should I have done? So this is present perfect tense. So it means from the beginning of the day till now, I have been doing nothing. So do you know what else? What's a better thing I can do if I'm not to be idle and be blessed in the grass, in nature? So doesn't everything die at last and too soon? So this is a very direct question about life and death. So especially after observing the grasshopper, a little insect, its life is very short, but actually everyone's life, even human beings' life, 70 or 18 years, it also fly very fast. So doesn't everything with life, finally, in the end, everyone will die, and very soon you and me will die. So tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Okay, so this is the final questions about life and death, and also the focus changed from me to you at the end. So you can see in this point, first, the third person, the grasshopper, then the first person, I. And finally, turning over to you, the reader. You need to be responsible for your life and think about what you would like to do with your one wild and precious life. So pay attention to these two adjectives. Wild, of course, related to the nature, the wild nature, and precious. Okay, and because this is only one time, of course she can just say your life, but here she adds one. So this is only once. You only live once. So this is very precious. So what is it you plan to do? 所以他最后其实就是回到读者你自己对生命的反思，尤其他前面告诉你他对自然 OK 好像一整天沉浸在自然无所事事，但事实上也许反而是更贴近生命的本质 OK 所以最后就把主控权回到读者你自己 OK 那他分享了他的一天，他的生活，他的选择，那你呢？你对你这个wild 也许是有点狂野的，但是珍贵的，只有一次的生命，那你打算要怎么做？你打算要怎么度过？哈 So this is a famous final two sentences. These are very famous quote. You can see it printed on maybe the cup or the T-shirt or a lot of posters. Okay, so this is to make you reflect upon your life or upon our modern lives. So this is also to make us rethink about what a productive day really looks like. So nowadays, people may be tied to screens or your schoolwork. You may need to do a lot of things. Okay, getting things done may be a modern symbol of a productive, meaningful day. But here, in her point, we see a simple, astonishing affair of getting to know a grasshopper or to appreciating nature. OK， 所以一个有意义的、充实的一天 ，OK， 是要庸庸碌碌的做完很多事吗 ？OK， 可是现在不是也有很多过劳死的例子吗？那到底你一直在忙，到底在忙什么？或是你追求考试考100分，那最后这些成绩又代表什么之类的 ？OK， 那当然不是代表考试或是学习不重要，而是你真正要追求的生命的价值到底是什么 ？OK， 那也许看起来无所事事，但是你诚心的去感受自然生命的脉动，反而可以更贴近生命的本质。So think about how you can really make your life meaningful, not just busy, okay, but to have a purpose, a meaning for your life. Okay, so her point is quite powerful, but also accessible. Accessible means easy to be reached, easy to get, 也就是可触及的啦，或是可接受的。So there are not many difficult words, but still there is a message you can get from the poem and to think about your own life. So of course, from reading poem, you can learn English listening, speaking with a reason, and also reading and writing with the word choices, the sentence structure, and also the writing or the rhetorical skills. 所以诗其实很简洁有力啦，所以它的用字、它的句型跟修辞都是我们阅读写作一个很好的学习对象。当然，听跟口说，它的韵律跟节奏也是有帮助你去说英文、讲英文。And of course, you can try to get the messages about life. Try to see life with the poised eye. OK， 诗人其实就是对生命的感知特别的敏锐啦。So maybe after reading this poem, you can have a new perspective to look at your life and also to have a new start for your life. 所以透过诗啊，对生命可以有更鲜明的一个感触，那重新去开始去省思，去选择你人生的价值哈。OK， 那时间有限，有一些它的朗读我们就先跳过啦。OK， 不过这首诗最后其实还是希望大家来花莲读书，也可以感受一下这里的自然景观吼，尤其其中过后可以沉淀一下 ，OK， 或是借由自然疗愈一下，那也可以思考一下你的人生。So here are some pictures in our school or around Hualien. So for example, this is taken in September. So you can see our school building is surrounded by the mountains and also the beautiful trees. And also in October, you can see the trees turn orange or turn red. And also the colors, the hues of the mountains are different. So try to be alert, be observing the nature. And then you can try to feel the differences, the changes of life. 可以哈，所以自然生命其实都在我们周边啦。那希望同学不要茫茫不知不觉，而是可以有觉察的。那你觉察外在的自然环境，其实回过头来就可以去觉察你自己跟你自己的人生哈。And also this is in the night, and this is in 七星潭. You can see the sea and also the sunset. And this is when I went to Green Island, 就是去绿岛啦。So you can try to have some interactions with some small animals or small insects. Okay, this is my son observing the emergence of a cicada in summer. Okay, my daughter kneeling down in the grass. Okay, 所以其实人一开始跟自然的接触都是很自然的，但是也许随着我们长大，反而失去了与自然生命的连接。So try to find out your connection, your natural connection with the mother nature. Okay, so it will embrace you, nurture you, and make you grow and make you realize the meaning of life. Okay, even the little raindrops among the moss. Okay, you can try to see the wonder, the beauty of our nature just surrounding us. Then you can come back to ask yourself the question, tell me what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? And try to give yourself an answer. 可以哈，所以其中过后跟大家分享这首诗，希望大家有机会沉淀接触自然，然后回过头来自己回答自己这个问题。那你这一生 ，OK， 尤其进入大学，你更为自己人生自主，你成年了，到底你要怎么样去度过，怎么样去为你的人生做选择哈。Okay, so that's the end of our class today. So hope you enjoy this point. Okay, if no other question, okay, you can leave the classroom. Okay, and remember to give me your exam paper if you haven't. 然后，那还没有交考卷的，记得交给我。那其他同学没问题就可以下课喽。好，那容忍如果没有问题，也可以下课了哈。